Herc Harvey's horror classic Carnival of Souls, presented with closed captioning by VITAC, a Merrill communications company. Recording services provided by Dominion Post, with audio description provided by Audio Description Associates and the American Council of the Blind's Audio Description Project. In black and white, two men in an old-fashioned dark sedan motor up to a stationary white antique auto.
Hey, Joe, drag your foot, boy. Look what we got here. Hey, you want to drive, huh?
Leans out the passenger side window.
See that telephone pole? We'll take you to it, yeah. Yeah, we can take you. I think we got a pretty nice thing. Well, I can take you, yeah. Yeah, come on, you want to try?
Three women in the front of the white car.
Rev it up. Come on, man, get ready.
The two female passengers frown and glance at each other and out the passenger side window. A street signal changes light. The white car peels out, leaving tire marks on the road. It pulls ahead of the dark auto. The male passenger, in a white shirt with sleeves rolled up and the brim of his hat curled, laughs. His right arm dangles out the window. The female driver flicks her cigarette out her window and grins. The cars are now even with each other. The women's car veers to the right as the men pull ahead. Next, they both careen to the right over a small bridge and onto another country road. The women pass the men, kicking up a cloud of dirt. A blonde female passenger bites her lip. They continue single file past a barrier and sign reading, "Road under construction, travel at your own risk." Under the sign, a round flare flickers and smokes. Crossing a narrow bridge with an uneven surface, the cars are side by side. Then the men's car bumps against the women. The white car carrying the young women crashes through a side barrier and plunges into a body of water. It bobs and sinks. The men stop and rush to the wide opening at the side of the bridge. The dark water churns as wavy lettering appears, Carnival of Souls. Credits include featuring Candice Hilligoss with Francis Feast, Sidney Berger, Art Ellison, Stan Levitt, Tom McGinnis, Forbes Caldwell, Dan Palmquist, Bill DeJarmett. A portion of the women's auto juts above a rushing current. Debris and branches clutter the water's surface. Credits continue. Director of Photography, Maurice Prather. Written, John Clifford. Music, Gene Moore. A pointed promontory, like a layered sandbar, extends into the water, casting a car-like shadow. Over the dark area, produced, directed, Herc Harvey. Next, people gather on the bridge as a canoe paddles nearby. An onlooker points toward it.
Sir, as high as this river is right now, and with all the mud and sand it's carrying, well, they may never find that car.
On the water side, a man with several others tugs on a line extending into the water. Another onlooker shakes his head. Two men, one with a clipboard, stand with the two young occupants of the dark car.
All right, now let's hear your story about how it
It
happened.
wasn't our fault, sir.
Yeah?
We were the first ones on the bridge, and coming along, following the tracks, and they wanted to get around us, I guess, and they lost control when they dropped
You
off.
sure you didn't crowd them off?
Now the two young men are at the water side. An officer holds the line and pulls it ashore. It's attached to a hook.
Three hours. Yeah, not sure I want to find that car now. We're just standing with that current. We may never find it.
Yeah, all I guess we can do is keep trying.
The officer tosses the line again. Next, a group trots across the bridge and pauses. One man points. One of the women, the blonde, drags herself onto the sandbar and trudges across it.
Come on, let's get down there.
The men descend the ladder. The woman struggles to lift her feet in mud. The men approach the dazed female passenger.
It's Mary Henry.
Are you all right?
How'd you get out?
Yeah, put this on. We better get you back to town.
The officer drapes a blanket over Mary's shoulders. Her dress is soiled, her face marred with mud.
The other girl.
Mary stares blankly.
I don't remember.
Mary, now in a fresh dress and clean, walks tentatively toward the side of the bridge. A canoe paddles near the line, pulled taut into the water. Seen from the interior of a car, Mary comes closer to it, pauses, then steps to the car and enters the driver's side. She reaches for the key in the ignition. Suddenly, the ignition switch is replaced by a stop or knob control on an organ. Mary plays the instrument. A bespectacled man in a workman's apron stands at a bench, filing a cylindrical object, like a portion of an organ pipe. He stops and looks up from a ledge above Mary. Two men lean across a work table. One looks up, points, and leaves. A woman sits at a bench dabbing paint on a narrow block with openings. Now a group of men seen from below are at a railing on an upper corridor. Mary is at the organ, surrounded by clusters of tall pipes. After several moments, she glances up briefly. Now, a man in a dark suit steps toward Mary from behind. He stands at the side of the organ.
Is this like the one I'll be playing in Utah?
It's quite similar. I supervised the installation myself. The accident won't delay your going, will it?
No. I'm leaving this morning. There's nothing I can do here.
That's right. Well, Mary, you'll make a fine organist for that church. Be very satisfying to you, I think.
It's just a job to me.
Well, it's not quite the attitude for going into church work.
I'm not taking the vows. I'm only going to play the organ.
Want more than that? Of course, it doesn't pay much, but, well, at least it's a start. Are you driving by Benton to see your folks?
No, I can't. I must hurry. I've got to leave. I'm going to drive straight through.
He touches her shoulder.
Mary, it takes more than intellect to be a musician. Put your soul into it a little. Okay?
She walks away.
Good luck, Mary. Stop by and see us the next time you're in.
Thank you. But I'm never coming back.
She turns as the man knits his brow and looks after her. The man steps to a worker with blocks of wood at a table saw.
I don't know about that girl.
How do you mean?
Day before yesterday, she was the only one of 3 girls to survive an accident. You'd think she'd feel a little something like humbleness or gratitude.
Never know what she thinks. She's always kept pretty much to herself.
Yeah, and maybe in her place I'd do the same thing. Just pick up life again.
Well, she's so quiet-like, she fools you. But she's a tough-minded little thing.
I guess that's what it takes to survive. But I still say she's behaving strangely.
Well, if she's got a problem, it'll go right along with her.
Yep.
The worker starts the saw. Now, Mary cruises slowly across the bridge with the uneven surface. She stops and glances to the side. Then she shifts gears on the steering column and continues along the bumpy surface. She clicks on the car radio. Mary drives along a street, buildings and trees at its side, then through a more open area, and the road winds past a hillside. Mary drives past a billboard. "Welcome to Utah. Please drive carefully." Nighttime. Mary switches on the car's interior light. She reaches forward toward the radio. She reaches forward again. Mary twists the tuning dial. The tuning bar slides all the way left and then to the far right. Mary regards it with a prolonged glance and then looks outside. A wide structure stretches in the distance. Turning to her right, Mary's reflection glows in the passenger side window. Mary turns away and glances back. A man's pale face with darkly lined eyes glares at her from the window. She presses the gas pedal and turns to the passenger side window. The man's face is gone, and her own reflection reappears. Mary adjusts the rear view mirror. Suddenly, the man's face and torso appears and seems to grow larger. Mary swerves the car off to the side, and she comes to a halt on a ridge. Wide-eyed, Mary leans forward. Mary looks around and out the window toward her wheels. She rolls up the window and locks both doors. Mary successfully drives the car in reverse, headlights aglow. She drives on, carefully looking around. Her own reflection is in the passenger window. wide structure in the distance appears to be closer. Mary pulls into a service station aside a gas pump. Mary rolls down the driver's side window as an attendant approaches.
Can I help you?
Fill it up?
All right.
Mary looks after the man, glances to both sides out the window, and cautiously opens the door. Mary walks slowly around the front of the car to the passenger side. She tugs at its door and gently touches its window.
Have anything else, lady?
Could you tell me what that big structure is back a few miles by the lake?
Oh, you mean the old bathhouse? That used to be a pretty ritzy place in the old days. Then the lake went down and they made a dance hall out of it. Then they put those buildings up out there and made some sort of a carnival there for a while. That's years ago, though. Just stands out there now.
I see.
The attendant wipes the windshield.
I have an address here of a rooming house. Could you direct me?
Oh, sure. Well, that's just right over here a little ways.
He points into the darkness. A room's door opens. Mary sets down 2 suitcases and stands with an older woman who clicks on the light.
Been saving it for you since I got your letter.
Mary warily regards the room.
Could have rented it yesterday if I'd wanted. Oh, it's fine. It's just about what I expected. I knew you'd like it. There ain't no regular rooming house, you know. I only got you, Mr. Linden, across the hall.
Mary clutches her handbag as she follows the woman toward a bathroom. The woman switches on the light.
Each room's got its own private bathroom, too. You can take all the baths you want. I'm not one to fuss about things like that. Thank you. I think I'll be quite comfortable. Well, hope you'll stay a while. I'm downstairs in the back part of the house, so if there's anything else you need, guess I'll have to wait till morning. All right. Good night, Mrs. Talman.
Mary closes the door and locks it with a small slide chain. Mary carries a bag to a bedroom and opens it. She pauses and looks up. The face is in the bedroom window. Mary slowly walks toward the sheer curtain and partially open window. Her own face stares back at her. She smiles and turns away. At the bed, she opens a page of sheet music. Now the exterior of a steeply gabled building and tower. In a moment, a man wearing glasses and a clerical collar ascends stairs, followed by Mary, wearing a kerchief around her hair and clutching music to her chest.
And this, Miss Henry, is our pride and joy.
You know this was made in the same town where I've been studying.
Of course. That's where we heard about you. Oh, by the way, you have found a place to stay.
Yes, I have a room.
Good. Well, we hope you're going to like it here. We're not the largest church in this area, of course, but we have a nice congregation. We'll have to have some sort of reception. They'll want to meet you.
Couldn't we just skip that?
Skip that? I don't suppose it's an absolute necessity. I don't know what some of the ladies will say.
If they say I'm a fine organist, that should be enough, shouldn't it?
Well, yes, of course. We'll let it go at that for the time being. But, my dear, you cannot live in isolation from the human race, you know.
Mind if I try this now?
I want you to.
Mary sits at the organ's bench. The minister smiles.
I'll be next door tonight. If you need me.
Outdoors, a man clipping a hedge smiles and looks up. Inside, a woman dusting turns to the minister, who puts an arm around her shoulder.
We have an organist capable of stirring the soul.
The minister pats the woman's shoulder and leaves. She smiles and resumes dusting, but turns back, looking up. Mary at the organ also glances up. The nave of the church extends to its peak, and the organ's pipes tower. A stained glass window features individuals staring skyward. One man has gaunt features and dark eyes. A man in a dark suit enters the spacious church sanctuary. His forehead is high, his light, unruly hair is swept back. He glares upward with his dark-lined eyes. Next, the minister with the man clipping a hedge, examining a strand of leaves. The minister turns away. Mary stands at the stained glass window.
What do you see?
Oh, nothing. Nothing at all. I practiced all afternoon and it's got me in the mood.
You need some fresh air. I've got to make a call out past the lake. Would you like to come along for the ride?
You know that old pavilion out there?
Mm-hmm.
Will we pass it?
Go right by it. Stop and look at it if you like.
I would, with you along.
Good.
The minister and Mary drive toward the grand structure with two domes atop its center and dome towers at the sides. The car stops at a tall but broken picket fence.
This used to be quite a place. It's been deserted for a long time now.
Will you take me in?
My goodness, no. It isn't safe out there anymore. That's why they put up this barrier.
It'd be very easy to step around it.
What attraction could there be for you out there?
I'm not sure. I'm a reasonable person. I don't know. Maybe I want to satisfy myself that the place is nothing more than it appears to be. Would you take me out there?
No. The law has placed it off limits. Wouldn't be very seemly for a minister to break the law, would it?
No. Maybe I can come back some other time.
Shall we go along now?
Seen from the car's rear window, the run-down structure recedes. At a window in the building, the dark-eyed man. Mary turns back for a moment. In the rooming house, the landlady descends steps and greets Mary.
I thought that'd be you. Good evening. Organ playing must take a long time. You've been gone most the whole day. I went for a long drive in the country with my new boss, an elderly minister. Oh, that must have been a kick in the head. I learned that from my other boarder, Mr. Linden. You get your supper? Oh, I forgot. Well, there ain't no boarding house, but I got some coffee and sandwich makings left. I could bring you some up after a while. Good. How I'll be taking one of those baths you're so generous with. Well, take as many as you want. I ain't one to make a fuss about a thing like that.
Water pours from a tub faucet. A bar of soap is at the side, and a wash rag hangs behind the spigots. Bare feet with painted toenails wiggle under the water flow. From the next room, Mary leans back in the tub, wiping an arm with the wash rag. Seen from behind, a man with dark hair and wearing a striped shirt stands outside the door to Mary's room. Stepping from the tub, Mary reaches for a towel.
Come in, Mrs. Waters. Just a minute.
The door is held back by the slide chain. Mary wraps the towel around herself, steps into slippers, and rushes toward the door, grabbing a towel draped at an armchair and tossing it behind a curtain. She unlatches the chain and peeks around the door.
You're doing this disturbance.
Yeah, when you asked me in. I'm John Linden. I'm your neighbor right across the hall.
Oh, nice to meet you. Would you excuse me?
Hey, I was wondering
I
if you're not
just
doing...
stand right there.
Linden steps back into the hall while Mary dons a robe. She lets her towel fall to the floor as Linden leers from the hallway, looking on through the partly open doorway. Mary returns to the door.
I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Mary Henry.
Yeah, I know.
Linden leans on the door, edging inside slightly.
Tom, you haven't anything yet, huh? Well, yeah, I just thought, being neighborly and all this, I haven't eaten anything either. I just thought we had to ask you out to dinner.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you, but I can't accept.
I know. We haven't met or anything yet, but I just thought...
I'm sorry. You have to excuse me.
Look, there's a nice restaurant, right down the street, and I just thought, well, I'm the kind of guy that doesn't like to eat by himself.
I've made arrangements to eat in my room tonight.
She pushes on the door. Linden stays put, pressing a finger at the door. He looks around Mary's apartment.
Well, it's kind of lonesome in here.
Good night, Mr. Linden.
Mary turns away with a worried look. She paces into the next room, fingers the dividing curtain, and picks up the towel from a chair. She turns away, but then pauses, turns back, tosses the towel back on the chair, and rushes out into the hallway. She starts toward Linden's room, stops, and slowly peers over the stairway railing. The man with the dark-lined eyes stares back. He steps away as Mary leans over the railing and gazes down. Suddenly, she runs back toward her room and slams the door. She clutches the sides of her gown and stares at the door. Quickly, she latches the chain.
Miss Henry? It's Miss Thomas.
Mary carefully opens the door. Mrs. Thomas stands wearing an apron and holding a tray, cup and saucer, a plate and a coffee pot. Mary admits the woman and swiftly latches the door. Mrs. Thomas places the tray on a table.
Who's the man in the hall? This? Oh, you must mean Mr. Linden. He has the room across the hall. No, I mean the other one. There is no other.
She pats Mary's hand.
Me and you and Mr. Linden. Us three is all there is in this house. But you must have passed him out there. You're needing this food. All about eating makes you jumpy sometimes. Maybe you heard the boards pop or something. These old houses creak worse than my knees.
I didn't hear him, Mrs. Thomas. I saw him.
Now, don't talk that way. I don't sleep so good as it is. It's these old houses. They're big enough so that you could hide a man in every corner. You just gotta not let your imagination run away with you. Are you going out there? Well, of course.
Mrs. Thomas tries the latch door. She unhooks the chain, opens the door, and cautiously scans the hallway. She turns back to Mary.
There's nobody there. Now you just go and eat that sandwich I made for you. Don't drink the coffee. If coffee keeps you awake, it won't.
Coffee never keeps me awake.
She raises a cup to her lips. Next, Mary in bed, eyes wide open. Mary rises from her bed and moves to an open and brightly lit window, its sheer white curtains fluttering. She pulls back the curtain. The image of the window becomes a view of the old building from afar. In turn, a tall, curved opening in the structure, and then a hilly horizon, as seen from the opening. "7:15 a.m., Mary's bedside alarm clock. Now, Lyndon at Mary's door. Mary puts on her white robe and rises from her bed. Lyndon, in a white T-shirt with sleeves rolled up and white pants, leans in at the door. Mary opens the door and Lyndon enters, holding 2 cups and a small pot behind his back. Mary smiles.
Well, good morning. I heard your alarm. I knew you'd be up. Guess what I got?
I can't imagine.
Just what it takes to start the day off right. I make it in my room. You know, it saves me having to go out and get dressed up. I had to get dressed to come over here anyway.
Oh, it looks just like what I need.
Well, and 2 cups of coffee coming up.
Lyndon sits on the nearby sofa, placing his surprise on a coffee table.
Hey, I guess you took her on last night about me coming to your door and all, huh?
I'm not a very sociable person ordinarily. How can I resist an inducement like this?
What? Come on, I don't know all those big words. I'm just an ordinary guy who works in a warehouse, that's all. I make pretty good money, though.
Pulls a flask from a pocket.
Look, I got a couple of shots left over from last night. You want a little bit in yours?
No, thanks. It's not the recommended breakfast for a church organist.
Oh, is that what you do? Hey, you mean they pay somebody to play the organ in church?
Some churches do.
He pours a shot in his coffee cup.
I hope you don't mind about this. I just didn't know you're a church woman.
To me, a church is just a place of business.
That's a funny way to look at it.
Why? People seem shocked because I took a job in a church, and I regard it simply as a job. I'm a professional organist, and I play for pay, that's all.
Thinking like that, don't that give you nightmares?
Strange you should say that. As a matter of fact, not for that reason, mind you, but I had the strangest feeling last night.
Yeah. I had kind of a lost night myself.
Funny.
She reaches to the window behind the sofa.
The world is so different in the daylight. But in the dark, your fantasies get so out of hand. But in the daylight, everything falls back into place again. Let's have no more nights.
Or let's make them more interesting.
He leans in toward her. She looks down.
Hey, how'd you get to be a church organist?
I studied it in college.
I could have gone to college. Yeah, I used to play pretty good football, but they wanted me to take a lot of classes and things, you know?
Well, they're that way.
Well, I'm just as smart as the next guy. Yeah, but I just didn't dig what they were teaching in school, you know? And the thing I hated most was principal products.
Principal product?
Yeah, you know, like the principal product of Brazil,
He looks up and rubs his chin.
coffee, beans, and snake oil, you know, like that. Yeah. When I was at school, I couldn't care less. Now, what I cared about was girls.
Didn't they offer a course in that?
If I would have done that, I would have graduated.
What's the matter? Can you still taste the coffee?
Come on, what do you think, I'm an alcoholic? Look, I just like to start the day off in a good mood, that's all.
You must be hilarious by noon.
Look, I'm just the kind of a guy employers want. You know, the happy worker. Oh, come on. Now, make your morning happy?
This morning, you're exactly what I needed.
You're going to need me in the evening, too. You just don't know it yet.
Mary rises.
I'll rinse off these cups.
No. Just spoils the flavor for tomorrow.
Well, thank you for the coffee. It was unsanitary, but delicious.
Well, should have put some of the germ killer inside. Well, I hate to leave so early.
I think you can get through the door.
You know, you got the wrong impression of me.
Well, I meant because you had so many things to carry.
Oh. Like I said, I got to leave.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Mr. Linden, but I'm sure you have to get to work.
Well, don't you?
No, I have the whole day free for shopping.
He toasts her with his coffee cup. Mary leans back against the door and grins. Now in a clothes store being fitted for a dress.
Does the hem hang right and back?
We might change the hemline a little. The drape is just fine. Otherwise, it looks very nice.
I'm sure it isn't very chic to take the second dress, but I like it.
We altered a little here to make it straight all the way around. There, do you want to go back to your dressing room?
They both turn and walk past clothing racks. Mary enters a dressing room, tags hanging from the black dress she's wearing. She unzips the back zipper and pulls the dress down, revealing a black lace slip. Then, the lighted ceiling seems to ripple. Mary stops short and looks from side to side. Hurriedly, she places the black dress on a chair and pulls her lighter-colored outfit from a hanger. Looking around, she steps into it and zips the back zipper as she gazes up. Dressed, she picks up the black dress and tries the door. It opens. Mary approaches the salesperson.
Would you like to come in? I believe I'll have you deliver the dress if you don't mind. I did say I'd take it.
The saleswoman walks away, never looking at Mary. Next, Mary approaches an older woman browsing dresses. She seems to speak, but only mouths words.
What's the matter with her? What's the matter with everyone?
She goes to a man in a suit, but he passes by Mary.
Why don't they answer me?
Mary looks after the man and then turns to walk down an aisle looking around. Now descending an escalator and leaving the store into bright sunlight. Mary stops and raises a hand toward one ear. Men using a jackhammer are nearby. Now Mary wanders a park-like area. Staggering a bit, she reaches for a tree limb. Mary looks up and smiles slightly. She paces down a cement path. She stops and leans over a water fountain. To the left, the dark shape of a torso appears. Mary looks up. She drops her purse and runs into a man in a gray suit wearing glasses.
What is it?
That man!
In a dark suit, an older man with white hair and
I
mustache.
didn't mean any harm. I just stopped to get a drink.
No. Oh, it was that man. That man.
She searches, whipping her head right and left.
There was someone else there. That strange man was there.
Now look, you've had a fright. Hysteria won't solve anything. Now control yourself. Look, I'm Dr. Samuels. My office is right across the street there. You've had a shock. If you would like my assistance, I'll be glad to offer it.
Thank you. Could I come with you now?
Certainly. I'll take her over to my office. We'll see that she's all right.
With his arm around her waist, Samuels escorts her. He picks up Mary's purse. Mary turns to the man in the black suit for a moment, and Samuels and Mary walk off. An interior.
It was more than just not being able to hear anything or make contact with anyone. It was as though for a time I didn't exist. As though I had no place in the world. No part of the life around me.
The back of a tall desk chair.
And then you saw this man.
Yes.
Samuels swivels in the chair.
You'll excuse my back, but I wanted to get some of that written down.
I must have been talking for an hour.
Anything else? Anything you haven't told me?
That's all there is. That's the whole story. He's been following me. That's all there is to it.
It isn't that simple, though, is it?
What do you mean?
He could hardly have been in the park this afternoon, or one of us men would have seen him. And that night in the hallway, you said yourself the landlady came up a minute later, and she didn't see him, did she?
What are you driving at?
It's been less than a week since you were in a car that crashed into the river. How you got out of that, no one seems to know. But that experience must have been a serious emotional shock.
You think I imagined all of it, don't you? You think I'm insane?
I didn't say that. I don't mean that.
I'm a competent person. If anything, I'm a realist. I'm not given to imagining anything.
Hogwash. All of us imagine things. Have you never heard two men talking behind your back and imagined they were talking about you? Have you never imagined you saw someone you knew and walked up to them and found they were a perfect stranger?
I don't see what this has to do with it.
The point is this. Our imaginations play tricks on us. They often misinterpret what we see and hear. Do you agree?
I suppose so.
If that can happen in ordinary times, go a step further. Look what can happen in a high fever or following a serious emotional shock.
It doesn't seem possible that I could have imagined all of it.
Samuels leans back.
Does this man, this figure, resemble anyone you've ever known? An acquaintance? Or your father?
No.
You have a boyfriend here or back home?
No, I have no desire for one.
Never?
No. I'm surprised to find myself saying that. But it's true. I have no desire for the close company of other people.
Have you always felt this way?
Samuels leans toward Mary.
I don't know.
Don't you want to join in the things that other people do? Share the experiences of other people?
I don't think capable of being very close to people. I do feel that perhaps I am trying to reach out for those other things.
Do you feel guilty wanting them?
I don't understand you.
I'm not a psychiatrist, and perhaps I'm being clumsy at all this. But I am suggesting that perhaps this figure represents a guilt feeling.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Maybe. Frankly, I don't know.
Well, I know one thing. My imagination is playing tricks on me. I'm going to put a stop to it.
You're a very strong-willed person, aren't you?
I survived, if that's what you mean.
That old pavilion out by the lake. Somehow you associate it with all this, don't you?
I could go out there. I could put an end to that, too. I could go out
Now,
there.
don't be hasty.
If it is all my imagination, I could put a stop to it.
Maybe, but at least someone should be with you. Now, I can't
As you
possibly
say,
get away
Doctor,
now.
I'm a person of strong will. And the time to go out there is now. And if I have to, I can go alone.
She rises and steps away. Next, Mary driving her car. Mary stops the car by a picket fence, casually crosses the road, and walks through a break in the fence and over lumber toward the pavilion, the wide, abandoned structure. From above, a castle-like entranceway with two parapets sits in an empty lot. The lake stretches out in the distance. Mary moves unsteadily through a cylinder like a giant drainage pipe, stretching her arms out to the side. Mary descends a staircase just past a cluster of large, hanging bell shapes. Mary hurries down the steps. Mary comes near a sharply angled ramp, a bumpy slide. Suddenly, a tattered mattress shoots down the slide. Mary quickly turns toward the raised portion of the slide and then moves on. She cautiously steps along a passage with a lattice-like ceiling. Light through the slats casts a checkered pattern on Mary. Mary pauses before a wall poster announcing saltwater bathing and picturing a smiling woman in a swimsuit holding a beach ball. Seen from behind a chain-link fence, Mary ascends a staircase. She reaches for the chain-link fence with both hands and rattles it. She tries a latch and opens the chain-link gate to enter a darkened area. Mary paces past litter and an overturned chair. Tall shadows, like long black stripes, are cast across the floor. She encounters sparkly ribbons and hanging decorations. Seen from a high window, Mary walks down a flight of stairs and toward an opening framed by curved arches overlooking the lake. Mary picks up a pebble on the railing and tosses it toward the lake. The pale man with dark-lined eyes seems to float just below a watery surface, eyes closed. Smiling slightly, Mary turns and walks away from the overlook. A residential area. Inside the rooming house, Mary walks with Lyndon.
Say, I don't want to get turned down again. I was thinking asking you out to dinner.
I stopped for a bite to eat on the way in. Anyway, I have to practice at the church this
Well, look, how's about if I took you up afterwards and go someplace and dance or something?
I'm sorry. I'm not much for dancing.
Mary starts upstairs.
Hey, you mind if I ask you a question?
I won't know until I hear it.
What, are you afraid of men?
No, I'm not afraid of men.
Well, you seem sort of cold. This morning when I brought you the coffee, friendly.
This morning I needed company.
Well, maybe you'll need company tonight. It's better than walking home alone.
Yes, it is. I should be finished around 9. Will that be all right?
That's okay by me.
He bounds up a step or two toward Mary.
Hey, I'll see you in church.
Mary at the organ. The tall pipes of the instrument cast shadows against the wall. Mary stops and slowly regards her hands. As she plays again, she looks about. A stained glass window implores, "Cast out, devils!" Her eyes wide, Mary begins to sway. Her hands seem to glide over the organ's keyboard. Mary's bare feet press the organ foot controls almost automatically. Sheer choir robes on a rack sway. Light shines on Mary's eyes. Now a series of images. The sky at dusk, seen from a window at the pavilion. Murky water churns and reflects light. Clouds float past a full moon. Then, the man with the dark-lined eyes in the shallow pool. He opens his eyes and steps from the watery deep. Next, a hand juts above the surface, followed by a female stepping out of the water. Now, the stained-glassed image of the man with gaunt features and dark eyes. A room with hanging lanterns seems to spin. Next, couples whirl briskly amid the decorations and with the music. Mary stares wide-eyed. The dancing stops, and the pale man with the dark-lined eyes walks swiftly toward Mary, his arms outstretched. Hands cover Mary's on the organ keys. It's the minister hovering over Mary.
Profane! Sacrilege! What are you playing in this church? Have you no respect? Do you feel no reverence? And I feel sorry for you and your lack of soul. This organ, the music of this church, these things have meaning and significance to us. I assume they did to you. But without this awareness, I'm afraid you cannot be our organist. In conscience, I must ask you to resign.
Mary's eyes downcast, she slowly gathers her music and rises, walking past the minister.
That does not mean that I am abandoning you, nor should you turn your back on the church. There is help here, and I urge you to accept it.
Mary descends the stairs. Now Lyndon smokes a cigarette outside. Mary appears.
Well, hi there. I've been waiting an awful long time for you. My car's just over there. I know just the right place to go.
A jukebox. At a small table, Lyndon drinks while Mary, preoccupied, rests a hand on her chin, her elbow on the table. Lyndon glances at Mary and takes another drink.
What's the matter? Don't you drink either?
Not really.
Not really. How else is there if you don't drink really? Answer me that. Now me, I not only drink really, I really drink.
He pours another swig from a bottle and toasts Mary, wiping his mouth with a hand.
What's the matter? Do you like the music either?
I like it fine.
You don't like it. You don't like to dance, and you don't like to drink. You don't like for a man to hold you close. That's it, isn't it?
I didn't say that.
You haven't said anything all evening. Why don't I go play that song again? You like it so much.
At the jukebox, Lyndon is joined by another young man.
Hey, Johnny, who's the doll?
Nobody you know, chicken.
Oh, come on now. You've been holding out on me. That's not the kind of pig you usually drag around.
You quit licking your chops. She's out of your class.
You want to bet?
Lyndon grabs the other fellow by the arm,
Lay off, huh?
pats the other man's shoulder.
I got something on the stove there, man.
Well, listen, I'll help you put it over.
I don't want her to think I even know creeps like you.
Good luck.
Meet someone you know?
Yeah. He's a college fella. He told me about this girl wanting to meet me. Wanted me to meet her.
What'd you tell him?
I said, how could I? You're my date, you know. Said you didn't seem to enjoy my company much.
That's not true. I really appreciate you taking me out this evening. I'd had a miserable night if you hadn't.
Forget it. Come on, here. Join the party. Drink up.
He pours her a glass. She sips it.
I paid good money for that stuff. It ain't poison.
I'm sorry if I annoy you.
You know, I don't get you. First you stand me off. Well, that's okay. That's class. Figure you got something, you're just holding back. Now, everything I say is okay. You're a mouse.
Yesterday I didn't care. Tonight I want to be with you.
Me or just with anybody?
With you.
He takes her hand.
Why don't you fall out, But maybe you want to be alone, huh? I'll leave you alone if that's what you want.
He pulls away.
I like being with you, really I do. I don't want to be alone tonight. I want to be near you.
Lyndon turns to Mary, grinning slyly. He grasps her hand in his.
You mean that?
Yes.
He bites his thumb and leers at Mary, then stands and leans in close to her.
Why don't you and me get out of here, huh? You know, my room's only a couple of feet from yours. Ain't likely to get very far from me, are you?
They stand amid dancing couples and leave, Lyndon's arm around Mary's shoulder. Climbing the stairs in the rooming house. Lyndon slips.
No.
You wake Mrs. Thomas.
That old girl's in the back of the house. She won't hear nothing.
Lyndon tries to nuzzle Mary's neck. She pulls away. Mary opens the door to her room.
Honey.
Seen from inside Mary's room, they're silhouetted in the doorframe.
Want to go in there all by yourself, do you? It's dark and it's lonely in there. You don't have to be alone tonight. Just let me come in a while. Let me stay with you, huh? Look, you don't want to be alone, do you? No.
She pulls away and moves into her apartment. Lyndon follows her, turns her around, and kisses her deeply. Mary pulls away and leans toward the door. The lights switch on.
Sorry.
Look, honey. You asked me in, you like me a little, huh?
Mary resists Lyndon's advance and steps away. Lyndon pursues her into her bedroom, where Mary is leaning over a dresser. Lyndon nuzzles her neck. Mary glances at his reflection in the dresser mirror and pulls back, her arms at her neck.
Hey, what's the matter with you? What's going on around here? What's the matter with you?
Barron's after me. You gotta stop him. He's after me again.
I'm getting...
I don't want to go.
She reaches for Lyndon. Now he pulls away.
That's just what I need. Get mixed up with some girl who's off her rocker.
I don't want to be left alone.
Mary slides her dresser in front of her bedroom door. Seen from outside, Mary's shadow is cast on her bedroom drapes as she shuts the window. Now daytime, the exterior of the rooming house. Mrs. Thomas sits downstairs. Samuels walks slowly down the staircase.
What'd you find out, Doctor?
Not very much, I'm afraid.
I'm sure glad you just happened around. I was going to call somebody, but I was afraid I'd have to pay the bill.
I came on purpose. I've been thinking about her ever since she left my office yesterday. What's she been up to?
Mrs. Thomas's eyes dart up.
Only the devil knows that. I heard her moving things all around that room all night. Never heard such goings on. And she wouldn't let me in her room this morning.
She's a strange one. She absolutely refuses my help. I can't say that I blame her. There's something about her that completely baffles me. I've urged her to call upon me if she feels she needs help, and I hope she will.
I can't let her stay in this house.
You won't have to worry about that. She's determined to leave the city, and she wants to get away as soon as possible.
I hope she does leave.
I hope she can.
Samuel steps away. Mary in her room packing a suitcase. With a coat over her arm and carrying 2 bags, Mary slowly descends the stairs. Expressionless, she passes by Mrs. Thomas.
Decided to leave, did you? Where you going?
Mary walks off.
I can't refund none of your week's rent when you go off like that.
Outside, Mary at her car. Driving through an urban setting, Mary pulls into a garage. The garage door opens. Mary drives into a dark space. An attendant leans in at the driver's side window.
Sounds like your transmission. Can you pull it up on the rack? Okay, fine.
Will it take long?
Well, I have to check it first. Would you like to get out?
Mary pulls the car door shut.
Yeah, I just sit here.
Sure. Suit yourself.
Mary's car rises on the lift with her in it. A white car drives up to the garage gas pumps. The attendant leaves Mary's car. Mary looks around. The attendant services the white car. Mary sinks in her seat and then sits up, leaning back and closing her eyes. A light shines on Mary. She opens her eyes. The shadow of a male form appears in a shaft of light from outside a doorway. Mary looks around, her eyes darting from side to side. She rolls up the windows and locks the car doors. A hand grasps a spigot and turns it. Mary's car lowers. She turns right and left and settles against the passenger side door, her hand at her mouth. The door opens and Mary tumbles out. The attendant looks over and hurries off. Mary runs out of the garage and onto a city sidewalk, past parked cars and businesses. She slows near double doors to a building and goes inside. She passes through another set of double doors and 2 women walking in the opposite direction. She looks around and then rushes forward. As Mary passes a shoeshine sign, the image begins to wave or undulate. Mary runs to a ticket counter. A man does paperwork at the window.
When is the next eastbound bus? When does the next bus leave? I must get on it.
Another man comes to the counter, brushing past Mary, and conducts a transaction with the man at the ticket counter. Mary looks on, dumbfounded. The man leaves, and Mary again turns to the ticket agent.
I want to get out of here. I want to get away from here.
Mary turns away. Children and others play arcade games. Then, a loudspeaker.
Eastbound bus. Now loading. Gate 9.
Turning from side to side, Mary runs toward a passage labeled 2 buses. She runs along a passageway where buses are parked. She boards one. The bus is packed with men and women, all of whom are pale with dark-lined eyes and gaunt expressions. They grin and rise. Mary escapes the bus, running away past the parked buses. Now on a city sidewalk, she darts into a building with an open area and high, curved ceilings brightly lit. She steps through the large atrium, through a door, and runs down a ramp.
Don't close the wait. Wait. Let me in. You gotta let me in. I gotta get on that train. I gotta get away from here. Please.
She grasps the bars of a gate with a Union Pacific shield mounted on it.
You hear me. You can hear me.
Suddenly, Mary's eyes pop open wide. Next, in an alley, she attempts to flag down a van. It almost hits her. Mary ducks into a doorway as the van passes her.
They can't see me. Why can't they see me? Why?
Mary looks after the van, but turns and runs down the alley. Now, on a sidewalk, Mary steps wearily. She pauses at a ledge. She runs her hands through her hair.
Why can't I hear anything?
A motorcycle officer cruises nearby, and Mary runs to him.
Will you help me? I need your help.
The officer drives away. Next, at a taxi stop.
Just a moment, please.
The cab departs as Mary reaches for the door handle. Next, Mary runs through a passage between 2 tall buildings. Seen from above, she appears no larger than an ant. Mary stumbles past storefronts, and then in a park. A sprinkler shoots a stream of water in the distance. Mary pauses and reaches for a tree limb. She closes her weary eyes. Mary looks up toward a canopy of branches and leaves and gazes at her surroundings. Next, she strides toward a street past a man at a parking meter. Now, Mary stands at a curtain and open Venetian blinds.
I don't belong in the world. That's what it is. Something separates me from other people.
The back of Samuel's chair.
Everywhere. They're everywhere. They're not going to let me go. Everywhere I turn, there's something that's blocking my escape. He's trying to prevent me from living. He's trying to take me back somewhere. I can't fight anymore. I don't know what's real anymore. I came to you, Doctor, because you're my last hope. If you don't help me, I have to go back there. He's trying to take me back somewhere. Doctor, you've got to tell me what to do.
Samuel's chair revolves slowly to reveal the pale man with dark-lined eyes. He grins. Suddenly, Mary is behind the wheel of her car. She backs it out of the garage and drives off. The garage attendant looks after her with a puzzled expression and shakes his head. Mary drives along the road toward the pavilion, the wide abandoned structure. Mary walks with deliberate steps past the picket fence and toward the structure. Seen from a window high above, she approaches the dilapidated building. Now in a dark space, Mary steps toward the open archway facing the lake. The lake draws closer as Mary nears its expanse. She stares out blankly. Light flickers on the water. Then creatures with dark-lined eyes emerge. First a male, then a female. They're joined by two others. All move silently forward. The room brightens, and couples dance slowly through the space, decorated with tall strips of curled ribbon. Mary stares expressionlessly. The couples are dressed in black, have pale, gaunt faces and dark-lined, sunken eyes. They whirl and stare. Now, the man with the pale face and dark-lined eyes looks sharply out toward Mary. The woman he dances with seems like a Mary double, but with straggly hair, pale skin, and deep-set eyes. The man twirls with the Mary double and grins. They swirl closer to Mary. The man dips the Mary double and leers. Mary rushes away, followed by the creatures, their arms flailing. Mary runs down the outside staircase with the creatures in close pursuit. Mary hides behind a wood support beam. The others peer from other areas. Mary looks around and rushes toward another pillar, only to be confronted by a male creature swinging around the beam to face Mary. She dashes away. Mary looks around. A female creature pops up to leer at Mary. Mary searches for other hiding places, only to be accosted by creatures. Mary runs past beams and pillars, surrounded by the creatures. She rushes outside, but then stumbles in the sand. The creatures gather around, ogling and taunting, crowding down on Mary. Next, Dr. Samuels, an officer, the minister, and another man walk along the sand near the pavilion. The officer speaks.
The car's still over there, and then the footprints leading up to here.
The footprints end in a jumbled clump of sand with a solitary handprint nearby.
And then nothing.
The minister and Dr. Samuels share a glance. A series of images: the pavilion, the lake flowing under the bridge. Then, a man in a small boat powered by a single engine.
Okay, Wolf. Take it easy, right down there. Wind it on up.
A man on shore at a winch on a tow truck. He starts the machinery. The light-colored car is pulled onto the side of the lake. The tow truck operator rushes to it. He's joined by the man in the boat. Peering into the driver's side window, 3 women are in the front, including by the passenger side window, Mary, her hair wet and matted. Over an image of the pavilion in the distance, The End, a Harcourt production.